progress.
Okay, good morning everyone. We're continuing in Sefer Chavetz Chaim. Matzoi Shabbos we began Chelik Beis of the Sefer of Hilchos Rechilus, Klal Aleph, and we are up to Klal Aleph Sivkatan Daled. Kol zeh shekasavnu da'asr, everything that we wrote that is asr hu afilim hu emes gamar. It's even if it's completely true, she'im by tareh v'sheker, with no admixture of falsehood. V'loy mi bayim hayu oyvim zel zeh metchila. It goes without saying, if the people who you're speaking about were friendly originally, and you go and you talebear from one to another, and you say, oh, you know what Ruvain said about you? Shimon, you know what Ruvain said about you? So it goes without saying, if Ruvain and Shimon were friends, you're not allowed to do it. Rasha Mikri, you're called a wicked person. V'hu mitayav avarzeh, you are detestable. Ma'oid, very much, l'fnei Hashem. So, friends, who is worse? Somebody who eats in McDonald's, or somebody who goes to Shimon and says, Shimon, you know what Ruvain said about you? It is worse to speak Rechilus than to... It is worse to speak Rechilus than to eat treif. If you eat treif, maybe you're a Rasha. It doesn't say you're Metayav Ma'oid L'fnei Hashem. How do we know you're Metayav L'fnei Hashem? Shlomo HaMelech says it. The pasuk says, Sheish Heina Sanei Hashem. There are 6 that God hates. V'sheva Toyevas Navshay. V'chulu U'meshaleach Medanim Bein Achim. The 7th midah, which is considered detestable before God, is Rechilus. V'amru Chazal, Dezuhi Hashvias Hakasha Shebechulam. This 7th one is the most severe of all of them. Even if, let's say, they're at each other's throats even before this. So anyway, it's not like you're aggravating the relationship. They never liked each other. And you hear that one spoke bad about their friend, and you go and you talebear. Rachel Mikri, you're called a talebearer. Hey, ein chilik b'isra sipro chilos, beinim siprolei me'atzim b'rtzainoi, uveinim chavera haven ktsas me'atzmei b'davar, v'amad alav v'hivtzirai. There is no distinction in the speaking of Rechilus. Whether you decide to reveal the matter on your own, you tell Shimon, Ruvain said this about you, or whether Shimon pressures you. Shimon recognizes or understood that Ruvain said something about him. Uveinim chaver haven ksas me'atzmei b'davar v'amad alav v'hivtzirai. What if Ruvain pressures you? What did Shimon say about me? I have a feeling, I heard you whispering in the corner. What was that all about? Even if Ruvain on his own, or Shimon on his own, understands that their friend said something and they pressure you, that you should tell them what Pliny said about them. Even if your father, a rabbi or your Rebbi, they pressure you, to tell them, and what did Pliny tell you about them? Even if what they said was only minor, the dasar Rechilus afal pikein, nevertheless, b'chol gavnei asar, it is always asar. It is asar even if they hated each other before you came along. It is asar even if they pressure you to say, and even if the person pressuring you is your father or Rebbi, nevertheless, it is still prohibited. Have a good day, everyone. Bracha v'atzlacha.
Recording stopped.